Welcome everybody, Joe with ECRM here, and I have with me today Teresa Tarantino with Candy and Snack Today, and she was one of the moderators of our Thought Interaction Pod roundtable discussions at our candy planning everyday and summer seasonal session that's going on this week. And the topic of her roundtable discussion focused really on how the holiday seasons are going to be a little different when it comes to candy. So, Teresa, thank you so much for joining us and for moderating the table. And, with everything that's going on as far as COVID and all that, obviously the holiday seasons are going to be different this year than they have been last year. So, can you talk a little bit about, how that's impacting the business of everybody who is on your roundtable discussion?
Hey, Joe. It's great to be here, and I really did enjoy moderating the roundtable that we had. We had a nice mix of retailers, we had manufacturers, and we even had some distributors on there. So it was a good opportunity to get feedback from across the industry on what we were seeing. One of the numbers that we're seeing is that Halloween sales are up. We're up 68% in July. And granted, that's on a small base, but then in our conversations in the roundtable, we had retailers telling us that they had their full displays up and ready to go in July to kind of try and get consumers excited. And they were seeing product moving that early as consumers started getting out more and getting back into stores and looking for something different and something exciting.
So they're kind of giving the consumer a little bit more lead time to kind of get in there and get that message out.
Exactly. They want consumers. Halloween is traditionally, as you know, a season where people will buy some product early on and then it gets eaten. And then when we actually get closer to the season, to the holiday itself, you have to go out and rebuy for those trick-or-treaters and for those holiday parties and things like that. So they're trying to take advantage of that and make sure that consumers are getting all of those buying opportunities.
Now, are they still looking for a holiday-specific packaging?
That was definitely something we heard across the board. The retailers were telling us that they were trying to stick more with everyday packaging for those same fun size products, treat size products that trick-or-treaters traditionally get. Our manufacturers were telling us too that their customers were looking for more of that, so that to reduce the markdowns at the end of the season and also give them the opportunity to just carry that straight into that Thanksgiving sales period and further across fall. So that's definitely a trend that we're seeing this year.
Anybody in the roundtable doing anything you found unique around the holidays?
Well, I think one of the things that we talked about was some of the, different ways to celebrate the holiday. So they're finding that their customers, the consumers, and also retailers are looking for some different opportunities, whether it's a trick or trunk event or some kinds of, safe ways to celebrate where the kids can still get out and they can still have their costumes and they can still have that whole experience of trick-or-treating, but in a more safe environment.
Well, the one thing that is interesting about Halloween is that everybody wears a mask.
I know that there has been, there was a letter sent recently, last week, to the CDC from several congressmen asking for the CDC to please issue some guidelines on what safe trick-or-treating is going to look like and what some safe opportunities are going to be. I also know that the Halloween candy in general, because it's individually wrapped, because it's geared toward that safe experience. I think that that you're gonna see trick-or-treaters out there. I think that parents have also indicated, we've seen research where parents are indicating they will find a way to trick-or-treat. It might not be that traditional door-to-door experience, but they're definitely going to be finding ways for their kids to have that experience in the neighborhood setting. Maybe it's smaller parties with people that they feel safe with. But as you said, because masks are in right now, it fits perfectly into this holiday. So we really feel, and I think that the consensus of our roundtable was that Halloween is going to happen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, maybe they'll do it to businesses. I know
yeah.
businesses are all open, and people are going in and out, so they're used to it. But maybe not so much
Mhm.
to individual houses.
There's also talk with, of people just rather than you're coming to the door, and of course, you're going to have different areas where I know here we have their Halloweens where it's freezing cold and raining, but like where we can sit outside in the yard and the kids come, and so there's no interaction at the door. There's none of that where you can kind of safe distance. You can safe distance a lot better and have that opportunity. So,
Well,
but
I'm sure the kids will love that, just getting out and doing
yeah.
stuff. So, last question. What about online? I mean, how has that been involved in this whole holiday candy thing?
Part of our discussion, we talked about, the winter holidays and what that's going to look like, especially as a lot of retailers have said that they're not going to be open on Thanksgiving, and their Black Friday experience is going to be a lot different. So we're finding that there are a lot of retailers that are going to cut back or space out maybe their sales a little more. Whether if they have electronics on sale one week, they may wait a week or two to have toys on sale to keep traffic in stores more moderated. But our panel found that they're going to be looking for ways also to make sure that their online platforms and their e-commerce platforms are really set up to help with all those consumers that we know are going to be turning to online to do a lot of their shopping.
Excellent. Well, Teresa, thank you so much again for moderating the roundtable, and I look forward to eventually getting together again in person.
As do I, Joe. It's great to see you.